All right, time now 5:47, and with the weather that we have had lately, Tucson is certainly a travel destination.
Oh, I'd say so. People that like the cold weather have the morning, and people that don't have the afternoons. And it's felt great outside for sure.
Yes.
Yep, it's been super dry though, hasn't it? For the past couple of days, we've seen some very dry conditions out there. And that really have been the case for the past couple weeks. And we're continuing to see dry air today with a dew point of only 3 and with humidity at 6%. I'm not really seeing this changing too much over the next few days. And typically we do see warmer temperatures during the afternoon whenever it's this dry outside, but something that's going to be cooling us off rather quickly is not only going to be that dry air, but also that wind direction. It's coming out of the north, so we have a lot of air coming out of places like Utah and Flagstaff down into our region. And what that's going to do for us overnight is really drop down those temperatures for a few spots. I want to highlight one area for you that's going to be closer towards Catalina right here, so I want you to keep an eye on this number, because as we make our way into the overnight hours, if anywhere gets down to the 30s, I do think that has potential. I know this model right here has 48, but it's dry enough up there for them to be the one spot to potentially get down there. At least if you're in a spot like Midtown, 40 might be possible, but for a majority of us, I'm thinking it's going to be closer to about 44, 45 for those low temperatures on average. And again, the high pressure does have a whole lot to do with what we're seeing right now. And eventually we are going to see a wind shift. That high pressure is going to move closer towards the Four Corners, because at the moment it's actually closer towards Denver. This is what's going to happen overnight. And that warm air from Texas is eventually going to be forced over towards Tucson as well. So that's going to be a big deal for our high temperatures over the next couple days. So we had the upper 70s today, and I'm expecting it to be a little bit closer to probably 87 on Tuesday, and that has a lot to do with high pressure basically just staying put, as you see right here. And unfortunately for us, no real good chance of rain out there. For Tucson's high temperatures, looking at the upper to mid 70s once again, and I do think there's a few spots that might actually reach 80 degrees, and if that happens, I think you guys on the west side probably have the best chance, at least for around Tucson. Something else to keep in mind, pollen is very high, and for those of you with allergies, I don't need to tell you that, especially those tree pollens are very bad right now, with juniper and ash being the biggest one, and it's not expected to get any better at all over the next week. So here you go, 7-day forecast. Don't forget that tonight, for your friends that don't live in Arizona, is going to be the start of daylight saving time. That's going to be something to keep in mind. And then for Thursday, St. Patrick's Day, excellent day to be outside, 77, slight cool down on that day as well. So we are going to be going from what could be the upper 80s down to the upper 70s. So feeling very good for next weekend with the lower 80s as well, Rebecca.
I would say so. It looks great, Dan.